to POCCA TV. I'm Laura Kelley. I'm the 11th generation, born and raised here on Cape Cod. I really think about the next 11 generations, and today is all about water. Water is the source of life, right? So what kind of water do you drink? There's so many possibilities out there. We have so many options, of course, from our own tap waters to what's on our shelves to what's in our home water filtration systems. You know, doing your own research, it actually gets confusing. So we thought we'd bring it to your home today and share with you what we have found. Today, my guest is Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Laura. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, thanks for being here. Can you tell us your name and your contact information for starters, please?
Sure. My name is Lisa Gledhill. I live here in Eastham. My contact number is 508-237-4125. You can email me at tradewindscc@aol.com. You can visit me on the web, check out www.enagic.com, and you can call me toll free, 866-500-1668. That's how to find me.
All right, thanks. The title of the show is POCCA Cape Cod, and POCCA stands for Protect Our Cape Cod Aquifer. That's my greatest, I want to say, thrill in life, is to actually realize what we're doing every single day and try to lessen our impact on our own drinking water here. So is all water the same water? Is all water treated the same? There's so many unanswered questions out there. The last year I did a lot of research because living here in Eastham on Cape Cod, as you all know, we have a little bit of a water issue. Our transfer station has seeped into our lens, and now the lens has shifted. So there's a lot going on in our local homes and even our elementary school. They can't actually drink the water. It's contaminated to a state with dioxane 1.4, where it's undrinkable. So what are the townspeople supposed to do? What is the town doing for the townspeople? You know, there's so many, again, unanswered questions that we're really hoping to find answers for sooner than later. So today we wanted to kind of share with you a little bit of a lot and you know, I think it's something that we all can learn more on, and we've got to start asking more questions to clarify things. So that being said, we have many different types of little demos to share with you. I think we should just kind of jump in.
Sure.
And well, go right ahead.
All right. So I too live in Eastham, and last year we came up on a pretty important water vote to put municipal water in our town, and I knew that that would probably never impact my home just by virtue of where I live in town, but it made me very aware that while that vote did not pass, in the course of another 365 days, what happened to my water at home? So I started to get very concerned, and I was introduced to water systems that I wanted to put on our home. And as you know, I have a system in the basement that kind of protects my water from the well coming into my house, but there's nothing that really protects my water coming from that water filtration system through the copper pipes of our home built in the 80s up into my kitchen sink. So yes.
Yeah, me too. I have a softener.
So you have a softener as well.
And you have well water, right?
And I have well water. So my water is pretty good, but I was really concerned with what was coming out of the kitchen sink. So as you know, there's this big movement to go to bottled water. Well, now the concern is what is in the bottled water, what are contaminants at the source, what's going on with the plastic leaching into the bottle. So then we moved into, okay, maybe we could get in the refrigerator style water system. So today what I want to talk with you about and share is kind of what pH is doing in water, and then how that can positively or negatively affect our bodies.
Cool.
So what we can do is maybe set up our first demo, which will take about 5 minutes to sit, and I'm going to use a high alkaline water, which is 11.5 pH, and I'm just simply going to fill this glass that has a couple of tomatoes in it. And then I'd like to ask, we will take a well water.
Great.
Right here. This is just from my tap. I've refilled another bottle, and I'm going to just fill this glass here. And we're just going to let that sit for a while we go through the rest of these demonstrations. So one thing that became clear is, from a health standpoint, is the more acidic our bodies are, the unhealthier we are, and it starts rearing its head in some pretty unfavorable health conditions. So Laura, I brought this as a check sheet. It's called an acid check sheet. And it breaks it down. There are 86 different acidic symptoms that your body might be harboring because you have a high acid body. So feel free to take a look at that list, recite any of those off of that.
So just to, talk to people a little bit about, the pH.
pH from acid to alkaline.
And 7 is?
7 is our pretty neutral zone. That's kind of what our tap water, whether it's city or municipal or well, we like to come in the 7 range. That's neutral. But what happens is our bodies, over just the oxidative stress we're on, just the diets or the beverages that we put into our bodies, we seem to be floating into a more acid range. So our bodies want to be 75% alkaline, and we're finding that we're now becoming more of the 25% alkaline. So that's harboring some of those diseases that are on that list.
Yeah, there's a lot, but they're common ones, and there's some that are just, things I've never even heard of before. So this is a fascinating list that we'd be glad to give to you if you really want to know.
Sure.
I'm certainly not going to read off 86 of them.
Yeah, you have anything from whether it's acne or high blood pressure. You have rheumatoid arthritis. You have candida. You have yeast. One simple way to know where your heartburn. One simple way to know where your acid level is: do you have white film on your tongue? Your tongue is a true indication of the pH balance of your body. So, with that in mind, I knew it was important to try and find ways to make the water in my home healthy for drinking, and also make it healthy and beneficial to my body, as it is for you and other residents of Cape Cod, and our big concerns with this sandy soil and what are we doing. So we can go over, set up some of these demos if you'd like.
Yes, let's do that, shall we?
Sure. So the first one that we can talk about is the movement to bottled water. And I have just an array here. Everybody knows the market shares of Poland Springs or Aquafina. That's smart water. We all have heard about adding electrolysis to our water.
Yep.
And this would be a water filtration system that pretty much runs on a charcoal filter. You'd have it on your kitchen counter or in your refrigerator. This again would be our well water.
So what this is going to be is the ability to see the actual different pH levels in waters that we can commonly get everywhere.
Sure.
And it fascinated me. So what's that?
And this is what is called Kangen water. It's produced out of a ionized water filtration system that we have in our home, which is produced by Enagic. And this machine has the ability to change it'll change the pH level of the water that I'm drinking just by using our water that's coming out of our kitchen sink. So we're going to add this in. This is just your basic pH test that you would check your hot tub with, right? So when I add this in, you're going to see what level pH all of these waters are, and then understanding that we want to live in a very high alkaline environment versus acidic
Interesting, huh?
environment.
Can we get in a little closer here and
Let me
see
show
that-
you one more. Did we do the Brita? Did that one come through?
Brita's
Perfect.
here. Yep.
So
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we've got 6 of them going. And how fascinating is this? Where if we could pick a camera that's close to. Anyway, you can read the chart and see that these are really acidic. Poland Springs is acidic. Smart Water is acidic.
not so smart.
Aquafina is acidic, and the local well water, even through Brita, didn't really change much.
Well,
I'm surprised.
That's kind of interesting because this is going through your charcoal filtration system, which you're hoping is removing the impurities
Well,
of
they
your
didn't
water.
say remove on the container; it said reduce.
Reduce.
So it reduces.
We're still sitting with a really high alkaline level.
Huh.
The basic tap water in this environment of this school, this is pretty decent.
really good.
It's a good level, but it isn't the highest, best possible alkaline water that you can have in your body. So seeing where this water comes in on the chart, it's coming
Yeah.
in well above the 9.5 range.
Yeah, that's
So-
amazing. Good.
That has the ability. Now what's really kind of cool is how you can change the
Neutralize
effects
it.
and neutralize.
Right.
So
Let's
we're just
neutralize 'em.
we'll take some it is high alkaline, high ionized, and super high in antioxidants, and we can go over what makes that process of the water and how it differs from other filtration systems.
Okay,
So we're
let's
just
check
going
this
to add
out.
this. If we were to add alkaline
Ooh, just a little bit. Change
just
that.
a little bit, can change the effects of bad water again.
Yeah.
Can do that there.
How cool is that?
Can do that here.
Nice.
So you can see it's brought up the pH level of the bottled water.
Wow.
So that's a nice sign.
Yeah, absolutely.
That-
It was really didn't take too much, and it's good to see it if they can be neutralized. But you can't buy that locally in a store.
You can't, but what's interesting is you can have all the water you want locally. It's coming through your home right now. So it's about how to
Sure.
take the water in your house
That makes sense.
and make it as safe as possible for you, your family, and your pets.
Saves on bottles.
Absolutely.
Saves on money.
If you were to put a water bowl in front of each one of these samples and have your pet come up, you'd be very surprised to see where your pets would naturally want to be drinking water.
It's true. They go to what they actually like. They'll figure it out. They'll just
They
do
will-
their little sniff test, and they actually get drawn into one or the
Into
other.
the higher alkaline, and we all know, I mean, dogs have a life that is, what, 7 to every 1 year?
Right. 7
Right?
years, yep.
So
Yep.
they're aging pretty quickly. Their bodies are going through oxidative stress very quickly, so they intuitively know that they want to have high alkaline water.
Let's do the
Oh, this
tomatoes.
is a great, fascinating study.
This happens to be one of my favorites. As most people know, I'm a local gardener here. I'm all organic, I believe completely in non-toxic solutions and remedies for our land, our bodies, and our homes. There is no reason for chemicals anymore. And what we have here is a test with tomatoes that have, they're not organic. We'll leave it at that. They have
Right.
pesticides on them. And so the interesting thing when you get into a home filtration system versus something that you can, purchase in a store locally, they actually are able to break down and take off oils. So pesticides and oil, basically.
Right.
And through this water and this little demo, we'll be able to see a different color in the water.
It's really fascinating. What we did is we have soaked these 3 tomatoes. One we have soaked in our regular tap water, and the other we have soaked in high alkaline water of an 11.5, which this machine will generate 7 different types of water. So we'll go over that, where you have usage of 3 different types of water for your body, 2 for cleaning. So this is what you would want to do with all of your fruits and vegetables at home. So we all come home from the grocery store and we wash our fruits and vegetables. And
if you
in
use
doing
just
so,
straight water, it doesn't take the oil off.
but this is what we do. we just wash our fruits and vegetables, right?
Yeah.
And we think that that is now safe for eating.
Sure.
But these same tomatoes that were soaked in high alkaline water,
Yeah, it's a little different.
you will notice the level. Can you see that?
Yeah.
The color differential? It actually pulls the pesticides. It breaks down the oils. Because let's face it, the way they grow fruits and vegetables is they spray them with herbicides and pesticides, which are all oil-based, so that the rainwater doesn't wash it off. So you have to figure out how you're going to break down
Right.
the toxins that are on your fruits and vegetables.
We have another oil test to do too, actually.
This is a great way to really see what's going on. So what I might say is, I'll come over to your side and let's do this together. So you want to put the sesame oil. This is going to show you how it emulsifies oil. When you change water through an electrolysis process, it actually changes the chemical makeup of water. And it has the ability to microcluster the water, and that is turn it into much smaller clusters. If you think of a water molecule as being about the size of 15 grapes, and then you think of water that's gone through a electrolysis system, it's been brought down to about the size of 5 grapes. So what does that do on our bodies on the inside? It means that we have the ability to absorb all those nutrients that are and the minerals that are in the water. So let's take the
This
Brita.
is a drippy one. Careful.
Yeah, this is a definite drippy one. So we all know the golden rule: water and oil do not mix, right?
Yeah. Right.
When you add high alkaline water, which here in this bottle is 11.5. Hold that for me. You ready?
Let's do that one.
Oh, forget, you want to do this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
You ready?
Yep. Oh, that's cool. Look at the difference. Wow.
Is that crazy?
Can you guys see that? Yeah, I absolutely can tell.
Now, if you grab me one more empty glass right there, I'll show you another really great thing.
Yeah. Oil and water don't mix until you use high alkaline
It's
water.
just water.
Yeah.
So that to me, I think, is a pretty
Amazing.
amazing demonstration of
like
what
that
you
one.
have the ability to change the water that's in your home, whether it is city water, which you're trying to chase away the lye and the chlorine that they're adding, or whether you have well water and you're trying to chase away all the impurities that are now leaching through our sand into our water. You want to be looking for ways. You and I really talked about how can we protect our homes and our lives. So this is
Our
a
health.
neat demonstration to show you that.
Yep. Herbicides, pesticides, chlorine, fluoride, another big deal, because if we get into, town water, I think
right.
Eastham is the last town that's reliant on well water. So all other towns on the Cape have, piped in, blah, blah, blah. It's the same aquifer. Our water
right.
comes from the same place, but it is treated differently because they actually have to use types of, to break down the bacteria and stuff. Chlorine on some sort of regular basis, and then fluoride. Some towns do add fluoride, and that's really not healthy for us. I'll tell you. That's, brush your teeth a little more vigorously, use baking soda. There's things you can do to keep your teeth, clean. But what fluoride does for our intestinal organs is it's no fooling around. So this machine is actually able to keep fluoride and chlorine and pesticides and herbicides out of our drinking water. So we took a year to do some research to really try to figure out what is out there, what's available, what can we get locally, why isn't it good, and why is it good. And so we're coming to some conclusions that we're really feeling comfortable enough with to talk about.
It was an important factor. We've spent a lot of time talking about this. There's two sides of the fence of where we're going with water in our town, but as you say, your 11th generation Cape Cod, we want to be going for another 11 generations.
I know.
So how can we work with what we have, protect our Cape Cod aquifers, remove toxins from our environment and from our homes and from our bodies, and have the ability to have a much healthier lifestyle? So for us, it was a definite choice to say, let's look at a better opportunity of high alkaline and high ionized and water that's gone through an electrolysis system. So in some countries, I know that in many countries they sell water purification systems as medical equipment. This is something that you're going to have the ability to have in your home. So there's many of them on the market. It's about understanding what is the difference between some machines, like this machine particularly has 7 platinum plated titanium plates that allow the water to pass through about 460 square inches, zapping it with 230 watts, changing the whole electrolysis, the molecular structure.
Mm-hmm.
Can we say the same thing for the city water that's coming through our faucet? Or can we say the same thing, have they treated the bottled water in that same fashion?
So is it live water? You know, have you heard of dead water, live water, stuff
Yes.
like that? You think
When you take water and you pass it through an electrolysis system and you change the pH, the alkalinity, the antioxidant capabilities, it becomes live water.
Great.
Any water
That's interesting.
right now, whether it's city or well or bottled, is considered dead water.
Because there's no oxygen in it.
Right.
You know, you can draw it from your house and within 24, 48 hours, consume it. You can actually see the bubbles inside the containers. You can see all the bubbles. Then you know it's oxygenated water. I mean, that really
Right.
fascinates me. It's obvious. I'll come to, a bottle now and I'm always looking.
Like, what's in our water?
Is
What's
it
in
live
our
water? Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's an opportunity for Cape Cod residents to seek viable ways to produce a water system in their home that is going to protect them, their pets, and our environment. And then whichever way we go in our town, we're all going to be in the same level playing field. We're all going to be able to have more knowledge and understanding how our water positively or negatively affects the health of our bodies and the health of our community.
If anybody wants more information about this stuff, Lisa and I are kind of playing show and tell wherever we go, and feel free to get in touch with us at any time. I can be reached Laura Kelley at POCCACapeCod@gmail.com. And Lisa, really quickly.
Sure, you can reach me at 866-500-1668 or my cell at 508-237-4125. You can email me at tradewindscc@aol.com, and you can view more online at enagic.com. I'm glad you're enjoying that. That is actually has a pH of 6. It's considered beauty water. It has the ability to super hydrate your skin.
Yeah, tightens your pores, right?
It does. It tightens your pores. Now, another neat factor about changing alkalinity of water is if you can bring ionized electrolysis system and reduce water down to a it has to be below 2.6 in pH, you have the ability to kill and eradicate the MRSA virus, Salmonella, Staph, and E. coli.
Isn't that cool? That's so cool. At 11.5, we only have 1 minute left. At 11.5, we can actually use this, like 6 cups in your laundry and not use laundry detergent anymore. So there's so many things. When you start changing the pH level in your water, you can use it for other things. So how neat would it be to clean your house with water? And how great would it be to clean our clothes with water and not have to purchase products and not have to put it in our aquifer? That's where I'm at. We've got to lessen our impact every single day as much as we possibly can. And this has been great. It's been great to have you here. Thank you for explaining things to us. It's a real, technical process, but
it's neat.
It's easy to see it when it's more simply done.
It's true.
In
And
a
Laura,
demo.
like you said, we do presentations all over the Cape with people. We do them with nonprofits, with schools, with businesses, with private homes. Anybody that would like to check out this, just give us a call.
Yay. Well, thank you for watching and understanding more about what we're doing. And do think about what you're putting in your own bodies. It's your temple. Your body is your temple. And the choices you make matter in nature. So please make wise decisions for yourself, because the way you treat yourself is the way you're treating the earth, right? It's the way you're treating the world. And we've got to really take care of our aquifer and do what we can, every single day, do new things to help lessen the impact. So thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more POCCA shows, and take good care of yourself and drink, and always drink well. Cheers.